There she is, got her on the ground a little bit. Looking good. Kind of dirty, pretty dusty. Dusty, dirty. Full of parts on the inside. Stainless door trim, or the window trims. Some carpet in there. Just parts everywhere. I've had this car for 3 years now. Time to get it going. All right, well, let me get it set up. Like I said today, we're putting the trans cross member in. So I'm gonna get her in the air. We'll start making some tabs or some templates for some tabs. All right, this is what I got. I don't know if you guys can see it in the video. I doubt you can, but I have a laser level running down the tunnel. Just center in the diff, so make sure that the transmission output and pinion at the diff is in a straight line. It looks pretty straight. I was trying to take some measurements from frame to frame, which I'll do again, but I got it all set up in there. That's a Stifflers Foxbody Mustang for a TKX trans crossmember. So you can see I got it set up at, I referenced off the K member so that they're in the same line. Basically, it's right at 180. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some templates out of cardboard and just build brackets that I can weld to the subframe connectors to mount it in place. It does hang down just a little bit lower. I put a spacer in there too so that I can put like an exhaust hanger. I do have it set down off the floor a little bit. Right now I know I didn't really video, but the motor wasn't centered in the car. So once I centered the motor in the car, it's at about 2.5 degrees of layback. So I lowered the trans down some so that it was at that, so I have a little bit of play up and down. So that's what I'll show you guys the Stifflers, made in America. There's the part number for the cross member that I'm using, TCBM09. Again, it's TKX for a Foxbody Mustang. All right, we'll make some cardboard cut up and then we'll start making some templates to get this thing, get it going. All right guys, I changed it up a little bit. I figured I should probably put a header in there. So I did take the spacer out so I can move it up a little bit more, giving me plenty of clearance. This is actually, I'm gonna cut this 3-bolt flange off of here and weld a V-band clamp on there anyway, so that looks like it'll give me a perfect shot. So let me just get this thing squared up at, should be at 180 in reference to the K member so that it's just straight across. Got my laser in there. Trans is in a straight line with the pinion of the diff. Doesn't look like it in the video, but it's because the camera's offset. So I'm just gonna square that up and then I'm gonna start building the templates. So let's do it. I'm just gonna time lapse this part. At least get something made, and I don't need to video the whole thing and show you guys all of it, so. It kind of look, all right, so it does look kind of goofy, but so basically all I did was I just held this up. Let's get you guys up there. This camera's set up. So I basically just held this at the top of the subframe connector, drew a circle around the bushing there. I had it this way, but I'm just gonna flip around so you guys can see it. And then what I'll do is I'll just cut this out and then make 2 of them, one for the front, one for the back. And then I'll probably make a flat plate that comes over the top of the frame connector just to connect the 2 together to make it a little bit stronger. And then do the same basic thing on the other side. Pretty quick and easy mounts. They sell mounts, like they sell a universal kit, but it's pretty expensive. Also, where I got the subframe connectors, they sell a Crossmember kit, but it was pretty expensive. It was like $300 something. So that Stifflers Crossmember was $190, I believe, $180 or $190. And then I just have some steel laying around from when I was doing the shock towers. I'll just make them out of that. So I'm gonna start tracing this onto some metal. I'll cut 2 of them out. We'll drill a hole in them, bolt them up there, and tack them in place. Just so you guys know, this is some 1/8 inch plate steel. Should be plenty to get the job done. So a little trick that I do sometimes if I'm trying to make 2 brackets look the same is I just sandwich them together in the vise, and then I just grind them together. You can get the one that matched the other one pretty good, so they're just about the same. All right, now we just got to hold these up in there, try to mark the holes where we want to mount them. We'll run the bolt through, and then we can start to make the braces that are going to brace them together. So let's get through that. All right, so what I'm going to try to do, which is going to be kind of hard, I got my brackets marked. This is the front. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to plate the top too, but I want to bring a plate off the bottom, overlap it to the subframe connector so I can weld it to the bracket and to the subframe connector. It'd be too hard to get up top to weld to that, so I might just put a cap plate on it. So I want to make sure that this is flush to the bottom of the subframe connector and up against the frame the best that I can. And then I'm going to reach through with a pencil, hopefully mark it if it shows up on it. Which it didn't, but you know what I'm going to do? I'll put a piece of tape on it. I was trying to use a drill bit, but a drill bit won't reach all the way through the hole of the crossmember bolt. So if I put a piece of tape on there, I have to move it, pencil through, so I can mark the hole, the drill in the plate. Boom, perfect. So now we need to do the same thing with the other one. I mean, you would think you'd just be able to overlap them over each other and drill the hole through both, but I like to do it this way just to be sure that everything's gonna line up right. This one may be a little tricky. Move it. Nice. So now we got them both marked. We'll just drill them and bolt them up. well, there's one completed. Driver's side is done. You can see I put a little plate up top too. Top plate, bottom plate. It's not going anywhere. So now I'll just do the same thing on the other side. I'm just gonna wait for it to cool down so I can put the cross member back in there. Do the same thing on the other side. Get it painted up. We'll be good to go. Well guys, there it is. All done. Turned out pretty good. I think header clearance will work out. That one's like perfect. This one kind of shoots down. I kind of hate how it shoots down because they're not even. Oh, they're close. Once I put the V-bands on there, they should be okay. That there's a Foxbody Stiffler Crossmember and a 64 Ford Fairlane. All right, well, that's it for this video. That project is done. Next video, I have some goodies coming, some Thunderbolt parts. So I'm gonna review and do a video on those. So I hope you guys like this stuff so far. I'm kind of a mess. I've been cutting and grinding stuff all day. But I appreciate it if you like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, tell me what you think about the build. You guys have a good one. Man, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Still need to figure out what kind of shift knob I'm going to do. Well, that's it for today, guys. She should be a ripper when I get it done. Still a lot of work to do, but hope you guys have a good weekend. I'm going to take a shower.